Hello! In this video we're going to be reviewing the Windows-based prompts map that we have had on the Exchange for some time now. Recently we actually updated the map. So on 6.1 we actually corrected an error that you might have run into when downloading this map, and in doing so we realized we haven't put out a video for the map yet. So in this video we're going to go over downloading and installing the map, as well as how to use this map, because there are a little bit of configuration necessary for it. So after you install it, you actually have to run a one-step to access the parts in this map and actually get any value out of them. So we're going to go over that today. So I've already downloaded my map file. I'm going to open it in the Apply a Map dialog. We're going to accept the terms. We'll let it make reasonable decisions. You'll notice there's three one-steps included here, which are the Open File dialog, Open Folder dialog, and Save File dialog one-steps. And then there is a stored value labeled temp selected file. We'll get into those a little bit later. Real quick review of the one-steps that are included. They're all in the None Association one-step folder. So you can see each of those here. And what these do is they save a PowerShell script out to your local machine to a file name token, which is a temp file, and then they execute that PowerShell script using a run a program action. And then after that, they save whatever the result of that prompt is that that PowerShell script is calling into a stored value, which you can see right here. So that's what our one-steps do. There's a couple of different variations of them. One of them is a save file dialog, the other one's an open file dialog, and the last one is a folder open dialog. And those are supposed to be the different types of Windows prompts that you can really use. And we want to be able to use those within ShareWell. So as an example, we're going to use a one-step to prompt ourselves for a value here. So I'm going to create a new one. And what this is going to do is it's going to execute our open file dialog so we can browse for a file. And then when it's done, we'll display the actual file that we had entered there. So I'm going to run my open file dialog. And then to access the file that we've selected in that prompt, we're going to use the stored value for temp selected file, which is under the global folder and then under def edit software. So what this one step will do is it'll prompt us using a PowerShell script for a specific file, and then it'll tell us the file that we selected so we can understand how that's actually functioning. So here we have our file open dialog, and this is just going to default to my documents. I'm going to select this CED file for my dashboard IT level 1 home. And then we actually see a pop-up with my directory for that file. That's as simple as this map is. We can actually modify this just a little bit. So if we want, instead of a file open, we can choose the save file. And you'll notice when I run this, I now get to enter in a file name to save. So here I'm just going to type in test.txt. If I save, we get that same directory and then the file name that we entered in. And then another real quick edit is if I wanted to choose just a folder, then I would use the open folder dialog. And this gives us this browse for folder dialog that we're used to seeing on Windows as well. So we can pick out a folder like our blueprint merge folder. We can see this is actually on my desktop. So that's how simple using this map is. Within a couple of minutes I was able to apply the map, publish my blueprint, and then construct a one-step that used it. So you should be able to embed this functionality into other one-steps that you're using in cases where you'd like to prompt someone using a Windows dialog or Windows-based dialog instead of just using a text prompt where you need to get a file location on your local machine or on a network drive. That's all for this video. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to post them in the comments section below.